discussing chapter number 10, microbes in human welfare. In this chapter till now we have discussed how the microbes can be utilized in production of food, how the microbes can be utilized in industries like to generate the chemicals, fermented beverages, chemicals, enzymes, etc. We have also discussed that how the microbes can be utilized in the sewage treatment plant. And now today we are going to discuss how the microbes are going to be utilized in biogas production. So our topic for today is microbes in biogas production. So let's discuss the microbes in biogas production. Microbes in biogas production. Today we have to discuss this, how the microbes can be utilized in biogas production. So first of all, we have to learn that what is a biogas? What is a biogas? The biogas, it is a mixture of gas produced by microbial activity, This is called as biogas. In the simple language, you can say that the gas that is produced by the living organism. Here the living organism is a small living organisms. Okay? And here the gas that is produced is not usually the single gas, but it is a mixture of gas. So what is a biogas? The biogas is the mixture of gas that is produced as a result of a microbial activity. Now you know that it is a mixture of gas. So it contains a lots of different type of a gas. So which usual type of a gas are present? So here the gases that you can find in the biogas are methane, CO2, hydrogen gas. These are the gases you can find in the biogas. But from this, the methane gas that occurs predominantly, the methane gas CH4 in the biogas or in mixture of gases, the methane gas CH4 occurs in predominant quantity. Okay, so this is called as biogas. Now you know that who will produce? The microbes, they produce it, and it is a mixture of gas. But how we have told that the methane is produced in predominant quantity? So the type of gas that is going to be produced, whether the methane, carbon dioxide or the hydrogen gas, whatever the type of gas that is going to be produced, it depends on the two factors. So the production of biogas production, it depends on two factors. Which two factors? The first factor, the type of microbe which is utilized in production, the type of microbe, because every microbe generates a different type of a gas. And the second one is the material which is going to be used for production of a gas. These are the two factors on which it depends that which type of a gas that is going to be produced. Okay. So the production of biogas or the type of a gas that is produced in a biogas, it depends on two factors, type of microbe and the material which is going to be used for production of a biogas. Okay, like suppose for an example, I will tell you example. We have seen the examples over here. Like if you see the fermented beverages, or you can say a dough which is going to be used to prepare the bread, idli, dosa, etc. Okay, or you can say the cheese. In this, here the material is somewhat different. Okay, which is going to be used. They are the carbohydrate material which is going to be used. Okay, so they are rich in carbon dioxide. That biogas that is rich in carbon dioxide. But instead of that, if we are using the cellulosic material, then this cellulosic material which is going to be used, or here the main gas that is going to be produced is methane gas, CH4 gas is produced. That indicates the type of microbe and the material that is used in the production of biogas depends on that the gas is produced, whether it's a CO2 or it's a methane gas, predominantly. Clear? That means in a higher quantity. The CO2 is produced in higher quantity in case of fermented beverages, dough, which is going to be used to prepare the idli, dosa, bread, cheese. In that cases, the carbon dioxide is produced. In case of cellulosic material, here the methane gas is going to be produced. And on cellulosic material, the bacteria which is going to be active are the anaerobic bacteria. Which kind of bacteria they are involved? Anaerobic bacteria. Means those bacteria which grows in absence of oxygen. In the presence of oxygen, they cannot grow. They are the bacteria. They are growing on the absence of oxygen. So these anaerobic bacteria, when it grows on the cellulosic material, it produces the CH4. And such type of bacteria, as they are able to generate the methane gas or CH4, we are calling them as methanogens. What they are called as? Methanogens. What are the methanogens? Methanogens means they are the living organisms which are capable of generating methane gas. Which are they? They are the anaerobic bacteria. When these anaerobic bacteria, they grow on cellulosic material, they produces the methane gas, so we are calling as methanogens. And one of the example of methanogen is, which bacteria it is? It is methanobacteria. Bacteria is a plural, bacterium is a singular. Methanobacteria. This is an example of methanogen which is capable of producing a methane gas, because this methane gas is a component of a biogas which can be utilized as a fuel. It can be utilized as a fuel. Okay. So this is, it depends on it. Now you know that the cow that is usually eating the grasses and the vegetables. That means they eat a plant. And you know that plant cell wall is made up of cellulose. Plant cell wall is made up of cellulose. The cattle or the cow or the buffaloes, they eat this cellulosic type of a material. Now they goes in the stomach of that cattle or a cow. The stomach or the part of a stomach, what we call it as rumen. Okay. One part of a cattle or a cow or a, you can say the buffalo kind of an organism, that is called as a rumen. What is a rumen? It is a stomach of cattle. Okay. That rumen, this rumen contains a bacteria called as anaerobic bacteria. The rumen of this cattle, that is rich in anaerobic bacteria. Now this cow, okay, they eat this cellulosic material. So obviously they generate the CH4, methane gas. Okay, they generate some methane gas. But apart from that, the dung or the excreta of this cow, what we are calling it as, usually from cow, then we are calling it, sorry, it's a spelling mistake, it is a dung. The excretion or the excreta of that cow or the dung of that cow, okay, they are going to be rich in this kind of a bacteria. When we utilize such bacteria in the degradation of the waste material or cellulosic waste material, then it generates a gas, and this gas is called as biogas. But in the common language, the excreta of a cow or the dung of a cow, we are also calling it as a gobar. Gobar. Okay, in the village we are calling it as a gobar in Gujarati language. So we are also calling it as gobar gas. Here we are using the excreta or the dung of a cow or a cattle to generate the gas, biogas. Okay, that's why this gas can also be called as gobar gas, because the gobar, that means cow dung, that is going to be used to generate a gas. So we are also calling it as gobar gas. Okay. So this is called as a gobar gas. And why we are using the gobar or the cow dung to generate the gas? Because that dung is rich in anaerobic bacteria and they are present in abundant quantity in the rumen. Rumen means it's a part of a stomach of a cattle. Okay, so that is going to be utilized to generate it. Okay, so this is the reason why we are utilizing the methanogens in the production of a biogas. Now we will discuss the typical layout of biogas plant. This biogas plant have been developed in India. Okay, so let's discuss what is a typical biogas plant or what is its structure. Here we are discussing the typical biogas plant. How the biogas plant can be prepared, and that is very easy. In a biogas plant, here 10 to 15 feet concrete pit is prepared. This is a concrete pit. Okay, एक खाड़ो खोदे आजू बाजू चढ़ी लेवानो. This is a concrete pit. How much deep? It is 10 to 15 feet. Rubber 10 to 15 feet deep. The concrete pit is going to be prepared in it. This concrete pit, in this concrete pit, we are collecting the slurry which is obtained. This is a slurry. Okay, this slurry is rich in. This slurry is rich in cow dung and the urine of a cow or a cattle. बराबर છે? Cow के cattle નું જે भी urine के dung or the excreta what the cow has, they are going to be collected over here. And this tank is connected to a concrete pit. This is connected to a concrete pit. Okay, so whatever that is present in it, it goes into it, and this concrete pit is going to be filled. Okay, now you know that this is the excreta of a cow or the cattle, which are rich in bacteria, methanogenic bacteria, which are capable of producing a methane gas when a suitable material has been provided. Now this is collected in the concrete pit via tank. Now above this there is a floating cover is present. Floating cover. Okay, this is a floating cover that is placed above this concrete pit. Okay, a floating cover is placed. Why we are keeping a floating cover? Because you know that here the gas is produced. When the gas is produced, it goes up because it is a floating. Floating, floating. When the gas is not produced, it goes down. When it goes above a certain level, so the gas that is present or generated in this, it is going to be carried away by a pipe. This is a pipe by which it is going to be carried away. Okay, and that is supplied or stored in a tank that is directly supplied to a household like stove, geyser, etc. to the utensils or to the instrument that is directly supplied. So the gas that is produced, that goes, and this is a floating, so it goes up and down, up and down. Okay, when the gas is produced, due to a pressure of gas, it goes up. When it goes up, so the gas that is produced, now it goes through a pipe. Okay, and that is supplied to a burners. Okay, or that is supplies to a stove and the geysers. Now what happens when it has been utilized? When it has been utilized, after that the slurry which is remained, that is a waste that is remained after the production of a gas, that is collected in one more tank. This is collected in one more tank. Clear? Okay, now it has been utilized. So the extra material which is present, now it goes over here. The extra material goes over here in the another tank after production of a gas. This material can be utilized as a fertilizer. We are spreading it into farms, okay, and that is going to be or fields, and that is going to be utilized as a fertilizer. So there is a no waste, and such kind of a model is going to be utilized in the production of biogas plant. The design of this biogas plant is developed in India by the efforts of two agencies. Okay, I am writing down the names of agencies over here. So which two agencies has developed? First one is called as IARI, means Indian Agricultural Research Institute. This design of biogas plant has been developed with efforts of IARI, Indian Agricultural Research Institute. And the second one is KVIC. You have to remember the full form of both. What is the full form of KVIC? It is K means Khadi and V means village, I means industries, and C means commission. These are the two agencies, IARI, Indian Agricultural Research Institute, and the KVIC. KVIC, that is a Khadi and Village Industries Commissions. These two industries have done a lot of efforts in developing a good Indian design of biogas plant. Thus, microbes can be utilized in the production of biogas. So today we have learned this, microbes in the production of biogas. In the next session, we will learn the microbes, they are utilized as a biocontrol agent and the biofertilizers. Okay, so that we will discuss in the next session. Till then students, keep learning, keep watching, like and subscribe this channel. Thank you for watching.